before we get into the video, make sure to join the Discord. Over 150 people in there now. It is popping. Lots of hangout, lots of discussion. Subscriber League, get in there. Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to another round review of the Subscriber League. We're 3 weeks in now to the Subscriber League, and the league is starting to take shape. We've had some really close games. We've had a few blowouts. And round 3, we had another big week of sub-league games. So today's video, I'm just going to be reviewing what happened during the first 3 rounds. I know the games, I think we had like a little technical issue on Sunday, so I'm sorry about that. That was fixed. The game was on yesterday, but this week it is normal timings. I know we had a Thursday night game this week, but this week we're going to be doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday yet again, and I've tried to put the time so it does not affect the finals if you guys want to watch the AFL finals. So, big week in the sub-league. Let's actually go through the results for this week. So on Thursday night, the Tornadoes defeated the Panthers by 3 points. The Panthers are now winless. I'm expecting them to bounce back this week. Stick around for the round 4 fixture and what time you'll be playing this week. The Thunder defeated the Vikings at the MCG. The Thunder are undefeated through two rounds now. They did have the bye in round number 1. And the Sharks absolutely blown out by the Wolves at Metricon Stadium. That was definitely a statement game. Honestly, can't believe they won by that much. The highest sub-league score, almost the highest winning margin also. So we had the first game on Thursday, and that was between the Panthers and the Tornadoes on a Thursday. So we had our first ever Thursday night game. What did you guys think of that? Did you enjoy that? The Panthers came out. The Panthers were really good in round number 1. They just looked a bit lackluster this week. They were with the Tornadoes for probably like a half of football. And then the Tornadoes really dominated play. The story of the game was, the Panthers, every single time they went forward, basically kicked the goal. Their forwards are pretty quiet though, and I'm expecting their forwards to really bounce back this week in their next game. I definitely feel like they will bounce back, but I'm telling you what, this Tornadoes team have recovered since that round 1 belting by the Vikings, and now the Vikings are 1-2 and the Tornadoes are 2-1. So the Tornadoes are rolling at the minute. They're looking good. Definitely interested to see where they're going to end up at the end of the season. They will play at home next week as well at the Gabba, so they've won away. They were the first team also in the sub-league to win away. The Panthers had a little bit of a late push, but I feel like the game was over. Zach the Strongest was really good in this game, but like I said, I felt like the game was over when the Panthers really decided to really get going. So 10 straight 60 the Panthers, no points kicked in this game to 10-3, 63. Paddy Dangerfield 13, Nelda had 9. And you see Zach the Strongest, 12 and 2 goals. Macca had 11. Paddy Dangerfield was absolutely unreal in this game, and definitely one of the main reasons why the Tornadoes are 2-1 at the minute. They've really turned it around since that round 1 defeat. Panthers need to bounce back this week, and I'm sure they will. They're the only team without a win in the sub-league, so I definitely feel like they'll bounce back. As we move into the next game, and that was the Vikings and the Thunder. Now, I was really interested to see how this game was going to go, just considering how well the Vikings played at home in round number 1. Against the Tornadoes. They absolutely killed the Tornadoes in round number 1. And then last week, they were just, they dominated the game against the Sharks early on. They just could not put them away. And that was basically the same story in this game. The Vikings jumped out and had a really nice lead early on in this game. I think they led that quarter time by 23 points. They got out to a lead, I think, as big as 26, 27 points. But it just wasn't enough. They just gave up. They just stopped playing. They switched off for a half of footy, and the Thunder, it was all Thunder in the second half. The Thunder just absolutely took control. Have a look at this beautiful goal lined up from here. Absolutely crazy, if you don't mind, from the boundary line. I think this might have been Mitchell Robertson. Absolutely huge. And now the Thunder are 2-0. They've not lost a game. I know they had the bye round 1. It sets up a really big week this week, and you guys will find out who they're going to verse at the end of the video. But like I said, massive week coming up for the Thunder. They could honestly go 3-0 and really secure their spot early on in this sub-league. But like I said, all the Thunder in the second half. I'm sure the Vikings will bounce back. They're 1-2 on the season so far, and they've got a lot of work to do if they are going to be that top 3 team. They were on top of the ladder after round number 1 and just fallen away completely. 2 losses in a row. Nat Fyfe here, you see him just absolutely seal the game for the Thunder and put the Thunder on top of the ladder. So the final scores in this game, a late little fight back from the Vikings after having that real big lead. 8-3-51 to the Thunder, 11-3-69. Buckley, Voss and Fyfe, their 3 midfielders killing it. Joel Rammer kicked 2, Mitch Robertson kicked 2. Skeets had 10, Poundy 9. Their backline was under pressure in that second half. Tony Lockett kicked 2, Lance Franklin kicked 2, and Cleaners had 1. Probably best on ground in this game was maybe Lockie McCallum. He was unreal, Macca. So let's get into the final game. This was yesterday. This was the game that had technical issues, and this is and the Wolves. Now, the Wolves were defeated basically on the siren last week. They had a chance to win the game after the siren. They couldn't get it done. And this was, I felt like they were going to come out with a response. And boy, oh boy, did they. They absolutely dominated this game from the opening bounce. James Hird was just unreal in the middle. Unlikely Odin, the king up forward. Were absolutely unreal for the Wolves. They just went crazy in this game. They had 5 goals to nothing in the first term. I mean, they were absolutely unreal. And they definitely have put a, I feel like that was a big statement. Considering they won round 1, they're 2-0 at home now. They're the only team to not lose at home in the second week. And this is the story of the Sharks. They just couldn't get on the board. I mean, so many misses on opportunities in this first term. I think they had 4 behinds in the first term. And it was basically just one-way traffic in the entire game. The Wolves won this one quite comfortably. They had the opportunity to have the biggest win of the subscriber league. They do have the biggest score of the subscriber league. That's one thing they can definitely hold their heads high on. The Sharks did fight back. I mean, they definitely stopped the rot in that second half. I mean, they definitely were a little bit better. But this Wolves team, like I said, definitely put an imprint on this league. And they move into top 2 position. So this was the final scores. A massive 17-104, the Wolves to the Sharks, 9-4-58. James Hird had 10, Lachie Neale had 9, Ryan Baines had 9, Cade Robertson had 13, Connor Lane had 9, Jesse Pollard had 9. Goal kickers for the Wolves, Hamish McLeod kicked 4, the King kicked 3, and Gary Blitzine kicked 3. Jay Kerr also kicked 3 for the Sharks. So that is round 3 wrapped up. Let's go and take a look at the ladder, the most important ladder of the week. I know everyone likes seeing this ladder. So the Thunder are now on top of the ladder still, so they're 2 weeks in a row. The Wolves move into 2nd, Tornadoes move into 3rd. Just the 3 teams with the 2 wins. Vikings are holding down that 4th position. The Sharks, 1 win and 2 losses. The Bulls and the Panthers rounding out the bottom. Now, the Bulls did have the bye last week, so they will be back and ready to go for round number 4. We're about to find out who will have the bye in round number 4 as we're getting ready to close this video. I'm pretty sure the Tornadoes will have the bye in round number 4. So Tornadoes will be 2-1 going into the bye. I mean, they'd be pretty happy with that after the few weeks they had. I mean, that first week, I definitely thought they were a massive chance I mean, I honestly did not know that Vikings team were just unreal. So I feel like that Vikings team, they've still got a healthy percentage. They can still turn it on. They're 1 win and 2 losses. Now, thanks to Coop for doing this for me. He's been doing the leading goal kicker. These are the leading goal kicker for the sub-league. Gary Ablett Sr.'s on 10. Tony Lockett's on 8. Lance Franklin's on 8. So Vikings have 2 players in the top 10, in top 5. And there's still only 1 win and 2 losses. Jay Kerr from the Sharks has 8. The King has 7. Hamish McLeod has 7. Luke Day from the Bulls will be back next week. Yossi Ladd, Joel Rammer, and Luke Gatehouse rounding out the top 10. So if your name's on there, well done. Gary Ablett Sr. needs catching. 2 goals behind him is Lance Franklin, Tony Lockett, and Jay Kerr. I'm sure they will catch him in the next few weeks. Thanks to Coop for doing that. Or, like I said, there'll be best and fairest at the end of the season, so get ready for that as we get into the round 4 fixture. So starting on Friday at 4:45, the Vikings will have to travel to Adelaide Oval to try and get their 2nd win going up against the Bulls, who just had the bye. The Panthers will meet the Sharks, trying to get their 1st win in Perth on Saturday. And on Sunday, probably the game of the round. It's first takes 2nd. The Wolves and the Thunder at Giant Stadium. What a game that is going to be. Honestly, can't wait to get that underway. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. The subscriber league is heating up. Can't wait for Sunday to see 1st place 2nd. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.